Hey guys, welcome back to 80 Figure. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today we're going to take a look at the S.H.Figuarts Gokai Rare from Gokai, and this is the Shinko Shoseiho renewal version. Basically like a premium version of S.H.Figuarts. But yeah, when they first announced this figure, I got really excited because it's been a really long time since we got some good treatment with the Sentai line. They do some Sentais here and there, but they do like the new stuff. I don't really watch, so yeah, kind of wish they bring back some of the old stuff, and this is like their first step, I think. Yeah, but based on what I've seen, this guy literally just came out last week in Taiwan, and the price has already dropped drastically, like which is like not very good in my opinion. Yeah, let me know in the comments on what you think. But I think with Sentai line, it's always really tricky and really hard because when they announce like a series, they have to make all 5 of them, or else it's like just not fun. So I don't know. I think it's really hard, but hopefully we can see like a renewal version of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I just wish we get like Green Ranger, Red Ranger, and just, you know, the rest of the crew. Anyways, enough of me talking. The packaging is really nice though. Like this is probably the best packaging I've seen from Shinko Shoseiho. It's been a while since I opened a Shinko Shoseiho, so I don't know if they do this, but yeah, the texture over here is actually glossy and like really smooth. Very cool. Anyways, here's the left box, here's the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. Looking very classic, and let's check it out. And here's the figure, still in the inner packaging, looking really good. I really do enjoy the Shinko Shoseiho packaging style, like you're getting a smartphone. And this kind of reminds me of some of the older figures I get when I was like 8. My brother used to buy me like Sentai figures, and those like are die-cast or something. Very expensive back then. Really got spoiled when I was a kid. I think that's why I'm still playing this. But anyways, let's check it out. Alright, and here we have the figure itself, and my first impression on this figure is really good. I like the way it looks, I like the way it feels, which is very confusing to me because the aftermarket price for this figure is so low. It's really good for the consumer who really want a figure, but very bad if they want to see more Sentai figures, right? Because Bandai are looking at these numbers, but maybe there's just a lot of pre-orders, so I don't know. Yeah, after all, it's a really popular character, so hopefully that's the case, right? We want to see more characters, we want to see more Super Sentai, and Super Sentai is one of those that's really hard to make into premium figures, right? Because essentially you want everybody, but for premium figures, unless it does really well, they don't really want to make it, or they're all gonna be Tamashi Web. But anyways, let me know in the comments on what you think for sure. But there's basically 2 complaints I heard on the internet. First of all, there's too many shades of red over here, because this body is on a softened material. This is like a rubbery material for the better articulation, which I think is okay, but people don't really like the different shades of red over here. Like there's one red over here, one red over here. Also helmet is okay because I think even in the show the helmet looks different compared to the body. But yeah, there's like a huge debate about like there's too many reds on the body. Personally, I'm okay with it. But yeah, let me know what you think. And a lot of people are afraid that like some of the Ultraman figure, the rubber body is gonna like tear up and like break or something. But I don't know. From what I've seen over here, I don't think mine's gonna break that easily. Or maybe like that's just the Ultraman figure thing. Because I think I don't have any Ultraman figure, but let me know in the comments. Is it like the upper body and the lower body are both like rubber material? Because for this figure, like only the upper chest over here is a softened material or like a rubbery material. But I think with Ultraman and some of the other figures, like both of them are like rubber, so when you move it around, like it just kind of like crack. But yeah, I don't think this thing will crack so easily. But yeah, which is also like the biggest leap through, right? Because compared to Jason or Geki over here, really the articulation for the torso is really bad back in the days, because like you just really need that soft interior to give you that extra range. Yeah, I think we can jump straight into the articulation. I don't think there's anything you guys haven't seen already. I really like it. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up about this much, look down about this much. You can tilt his head side to side, no problem. And for the shoulder, it is really confusing to me. We have a ball joint over here, and we also have a ball joint over here, but I can't quite raise his arm. Maybe like my figure is just super tight, but there's a ball joint over here. And you can raise his arm up only about this much. This plastic just kind of like caught on it. But yeah, I'm gonna move it more during the action posing, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be really good. And we do have bicep swivel over here, can curl about this much, and you do get the ball wrist, which is pretty good. And for the ab crunch, which is the highlight of the figure, this is the big breakthrough because all of the Sentai figures, I believe, has a really tough time moving because of the spandex. And yeah, you can move backwards about this much, which is absolutely amazing. Moves better than most common riders because, again, soft material over here. And they can bend forward about this much, and you of course have really good side-to-side movement. And for the leg, you can kick up about this high, also on a soft material for the skirt piece, bend about this much, thigh swivel, side-to-side pivot, and toe hinge. I believe that's it for the articulation, and I think this is probably one of the best articulated Shinkocho Seiho I've seen. But yeah, of course, it's using soft material, like I kept saying. But yeah, let's check out the accessories. The articulation is pretty good. And for the accessories, I'm just going to show you guys the weapons and the Morphin items because he has a lot of interchangeable hands, and I think it's pretty straightforward. First of all, we have his sword. This is really cool, very nicely painted and sculpted. I really like the shiny or like metallic silver over here. Very nice. And then of course we have the gun, also very nicely painted and sculpted. They're very good at making these. And then lastly, we have the Morpher, which there's like an activate form and like just like normal form. And then we also get like the little tiny, oh my god, I almost lost it. The tiny ranger, where like he takes it out and then he turned this into like a key form, like a key. And then lastly, you use this and like stick it into the phone. And supposedly when you stick into the phone, this thing just pops off. You guys can YouTube that. But yeah, very nicely detailed. And I believe that's everything. And let's check out some action posing. And for the size comparison, let us start with some S.H.Figuarts Power Rangers I have around. And in terms of size, there's really not that much difference, but the articulation is night and day, right? And based on what we're seeing here, if they are going to make other Super Sentai, maybe everybody's going to get like an upper torso rubber plastic, so it gives more articulation. I'm really curious to see if they can do like a Green Ranger with like a soft plastic on the golden armor, right? That will be really cool. But yeah, let me know in the comments on what you think. And Power Ranger being so popular, I wouldn't be surprised if they do them next, but hopefully we see it, right? Like, it's just really cool if they do. And then we have some Kamen Rider S.H.Figuarts. And next up, we have our good old Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts. And then we have my favorite, the Naruto S.H.Figuarts. And then we have some JJK S.H.Figuarts. And then we have some Mayfax figures. And lastly, we have some Figma figures. And let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I think this figure is absolutely amazing, and I do highly recommend it. Beautiful paintwork, amazing sculpt, I really like the way it looks and feels, and he comes with everything you need for this character specifically. Even if you don't know anything about Gokai like me, I barely seen like 1 or 2 episodes, I absolutely enjoyed the figure. The articulation is really nice, but that's a given, right? Because this guy's using all the lytics technology for Sentai figures. Hopefully we can see more, but in this landscape, I think it's really hard because Bandai is already doing so much. They're doing so many anime IPs. Like this year is probably like the most I've seen from Bandai. We're making Naruto, we're making One Piece, Bleach, and they're even making a lot of Star Wars stuff, right? Like, yeah, there's just so much they're doing. So I think given the price, I'm talking about like the aftermarket price, it's looking really tough. But again, everybody can be hopeful because after all, Super Sentai is a really big franchise. So I feel like sometimes they're obligated to just throw in 1 or 2 figures there, right? But yeah, let me know in the comments on what you think. For now, I love this figure. And this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.